Right to the ball comes in and go from there. What's up, Cadence?
Cadence, what's going on?
What is up? You the first one in here? Okay. What'd you think about tonight? Because as you saw, Big Jim pinned Solo. For Solo to be your champ, he got pinned 2 times. I'm finna send the link. Yeah, it was. I just sent the link. What's up, Keenan? Where you been?
Which means Solo is retaining tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. Solo as being the champ done lost 2 times. Your champ don't never supposed to get pinned that many times. Yeah, I believe the unthinkable is about to happen tomorrow. Titles don't change hands, but this title has never been defended on Saturday's night main event. So I believe deep down, Jimmy is finna take home this title tomorrow. That's understandable. You've been working. Yeah, Scott, man. The way things are looking at this moment, no. But we're gonna talk about how Paul just really just messed up everything. When is Paul gonna learn to stop getting in shit that don't involve him?
When he ended up getting hurt again. In this case.
In this case, well, how about you let Solo and them come and fuck up his match with what it is with Seth Rollins and them? How about y'all just come and fuck up their match?
Never say never. It could happen tomorrow. Yeah, it could happen tomorrow.
That's the way I see it. Man, so what did you guys think about Smackdown tonight? Smackdown tonight was decent. It was good. I can't go live. I'm age restricted. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you click on the link? How are you age restricted if you've been coming in?
Is he talking about on his channel or is he talking about on us? Because, I mean,
I don't know. We always say the same thing as usual. I think that's on his channel.
Yeah, because that's why he just said, yeah. That's on his. Okay.
Yeah, you probably have to fix that. You have to go into your settings and fix that.
Yeah, on his channel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll have to go in your settings and fix it. But anyway, you guys, man, when I sit up there and tell you tonight was good, I enjoyed SmackDown tonight. It was something different. Something different, something cool. All right.
Okay.
All right. But what do you guys think about Solo? What do you guys think about Solo and his title reign? And what do you guys think about what do you guys think about it?
Notice how Triple H takes like 8 or 9 months for men's storylines and feuds to progress, but only takes a week for the women's, which was a huge reason for low ticket sales for Evolution. Yeah. No Jacob tonight. Yeah, no Jacob.
You'll see Jacob tomorrow.
Jimmy Uso is winning his first singles title. Jimmy Uso is my favorite wrestler. That was up.
Okay.
Dayton, I'm not going to lie. You do got a point. All the way. Evolution, literally low ticket sales all the way. Like, no doubt about it. It's like with the men, it's like It'll take 8 or 9 months, and then with the women, it just happens so quick, no build up or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm cooked. What's wrong?
That's how it be with Triple H and his booking, which is weird. Can I just say that?
Cage, what happened?
On so many levels, it is weird. It depends. You have to go in your settings, cadence, and change it. Tiffany Stratton retains. Yeah, of course she retaining.
They're not about to let Trish beat
Trish,
Tiffany.
Trish need to go home. Trish ain't winning nothing. No, I don't see it.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton retains all the way. Like I said, they're not gonna let Trish beat Tiffany.
No, I don't see it. Not one bit.
You know how crazy that would be if Trish Stratus beat Tiffany Stratton? Literally?
No.
And Trish is literally about to be 50.
No.
Naomi.
Yes. Cash in. Tomorrow. I am calling it.
Naomi, somebody need to keep eye on for real. Deborah, what's going on? Hey guys.
What's up, Deborah? Junior Garza, what's up?
Yeah, Wyatt 6 won the tag team titles, Deborah.
I'll take my apology. Huh? What you talking about?
Because we basically said that we don't see the Wyatt 6 becoming tag team champions, and the Street Profits would retain.
I don't see Seth Rollins cashing in. What are you gonna cash in on? Watch Triple H is going to lie and say the arena. Of course, Scott. Of course, you know Triple H gonna lie and say that.
As much as I love Trish, she slightly lost a step in the ring and even gets winded at the end of her entries. Yes, she does.
I'm gonna be honest, it's just not it.
Roman, yeah, he's definitely about to show up tomorrow. I just want him to stop his damn self.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's gonna be good.
Raquel basically cost that match. I'm gonna be honest with you, Junior Garza.
The new tag team champion is gonna be Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, you know what? You're right.
Y'all laughed in my face last week. I told y'all that all that was happening. You know what, Deborah?
Give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, you know.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was clapping too as well when they won.
You called it, so yeah.
Deborah, you the MVP of the night. We'll give you that. I'm at Sweet Pocket. Lost the champ. Yeah, the Street Profits lost the championship.
Yeah, they lost it at 116 days.
119.
119 days. 119 days. Street Profits was the champion. Now they're not.
She's just doing her job as I bet she is.
Who, Raquel? Raquel is a horrible heel. Her heel run so terrible, it don't make no sense.
How do you feel about Roman's new name, OTC1 and Tribal Chief 1?
Horrible.
Sounds like a gaming passcode.
That sounds like Player 1 or Player 2.
It sounds like it's like the cheat code for WWE, literally just to unlock something out of nowhere. Just like that.
Yeah, I
don't know what the hell they were smoking, but in this case, they decided OTC1. What will be your reaction if Big Jim wins his first single title of the United States Championship?
I'm gonna be happy as hell. What you mean?
What's
my reaction?
Oh, no, you eating it up already.
I'm gonna be happy as hell.
Thank y'all. I've been telling y'all, I know some stuff about my
Hey, Derek, I'm not down you out, man. Hey, you called it. Hey, you called it.
I mean, you the MVP of the night, Deborah. We'll give you that. Big Jim wins the title. How long will they let him keep
Probably
it?
about 50. Probably about 50 some days.
This is Triple H pull the plug moment, so I'm going to go with probably either 60 or 70 days is probably the U.S. champion.
It depends.
I don't even like that. I don't even like that with Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Me either. I don't like the name, but they had to come up with something.
Do you guys know Raquel's real name?
No, I do not know her real name.
No, I do not, Junior Garza.
But I'm going to pin your comment, Deborah. Man.
Deborah, the MVP of the night, y'all. Clap it up. She predicted that the Wyatt 6 would beat the Street Profits tonight on Friday Night SmackDown.
And they did. So, yeah.
Big win for Deborah. You know what? We might need to keep an eye on Deborah at the moment. Deborah may be on to something.
Deborah been cooking.
Uso's father said that he don't even like Roman Reigns with the... Huh?
What you talking about?
Retype that.
Yeah, retype it again so we can read the whole thing.
Jay has a match tonight. It's a dark match against Gunther for a title.
I know, and he ain't gonna win it, which is so mad.
You guys are going live after Saturday Night Main Event?
Yes.
Yes, we are. Her real name is Victoria Gonzalez. Well, I knew the last name Gonzalez part.
The new name they gave him.
Rome. Yeah. OTC 1.
I don't like it.
Tribal 1.
I don't like it. How are they gonna make this fit? They better make it fit some type of way tomorrow.
That is her real name. Yeah. I realized the Gonzalez part. Yeah, I did notice that part. Victoria, I didn't know the Victoria part.
How do y'all feel about Randy Orton being so happy with Jelly?
Oh, I'm so happy.
It was cool. It was cool. I can't lie. It was one. It was cool.
We may be having Randy Orton and Jelly Roll teaming up with each other against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. HUD, what's going on?
Do a flipper sing. I don't know how to sing, so I can't do neither, so no.
But yeah, super excited about what time will Jimmy go after? What time will Jimmy?
Yes, he has 6 kids now. Yes, he do. 6. 2 sets of twins and a teenager.
It was gonna stubble, but Dexter Lumis was actually monologuing during the match, which is surprising because WWE never lets him speak for whatever reason, and it's actually a heelish move. Yes, it is.
My fave too. What's up?
What's going on, AXC?
The Bloodline. They're not called the Bloodline. They're not called the Bloodline anymore. They're called the MFTs.
Oh yeah, we remember you two as well. What up, Tony? This is my first time being on this app, so can you talk about how Wendy Roman's return? Yeah. I'm the Bella's neighbor. Yeah, you said you're one of the Bella twins' neighbors. Yeah. Hey, Yeet.
What? Yeet?
Me and her used to go to school together. That's what's up, Junior Garza.
Big Jim 100% winning that match against Solo is going to be Randy, Rhea beating EO Sky, Tiffany beating Trish, and those are my predictions for Saturday's Night Main Event. Okay, Deborah. Okay. All right. No, I'm talking about Roman Reigns, that bloodline getting big over there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the channel, HUD.
Yes, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing.
Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel, man. Make sure you turn your notifications on too as well. Guys, what do you think about Ron Killings right now?
His character change is boring.
Yo, I heard Solo was dead. Solo ain't dead. Who told you Solo was dead? Hey, I want to know when. Huh?
They want to know when he's going to return.
When Roman's going to return.
Tomorrow
night.
2025 Roman Reigns gonna
give her. Oh yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow is that night. Tomorrow is the night all the way. Like literally.
It has to be tomorrow. No offense. If it's not tomorrow, then when? Monday? What's up, Aaron? I seen this on YouTube. So Solo's not dead.
I don't know what you got going on. What's up? What's going on, Aaron? What'd you say? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Happy Friday. Are you guys ready for
tomorrow?
Saturday. Jimmy Uso. Yes. Yep, we ready for it.
And I'm going to tell y'all again, Goldberg is beating Gunther. Seth is going to cash in successfully and winning the title.
I don't see Goldberg winning that title.
Slow your roll there, Deborah. Slow your roll. What's up? Happy Friday. What's going on, John? Hey guys, up? Big Jim getting the big dub. Yep.
Yeah, Big Jim got the win. And he ran.
I think Roman's going to return to Saturday Night Main Event. Yes, he is. No yeet. Yes. No yeet. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. It's crazy as it is.
I don't see Goldberg winning. He's not winning nothing.
Everybody's saying that Goldberg is walking out of Saturday Night Main Event as World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't see it.
I had a few rough weeks, so happy to see the wire. Yeah. Shout out to Deborah. She's the one that predicted this match, by the way.
Exactly. Deborah Ellington.
And another thing. Oh, you just have to wait and see.
You just have to watch, like all the rest of us. How we all gonna sit up there and watch?
What? Yeet.
Yeet. Y'all ain't seen the Y6 winning either, but they did.
We know, Deborah.
Yeah.
Roman versus Braun. I said that.
Yes. Yep. Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns.
Jackknife City.
And Roman Reigns is going to beat the hell out of Braun Breaker.
What up with the SummerSlam? WWE really told Goldberg here, damn, for his retirement. Yeah, they did. All the way, Dayton. All the way. Gunther wins. R-Truth winning.
We winning.
Nobody beats Gunther.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I like Trish, but I want Tiffany to win. Tiffany is gonna win.
Goldberg should win the title. Seth cash in and Roman stomping him on why not Triple H made Jay lose, not holding the title that long, and then have Goldberg lose to someone else.
I don't see it since it's a retirement match.
After he loses the United States, well, he got to win it first.
He got to win it first.
I think Braun sends Roman out of action for a bit. He's filming after August. Random Cash, what's going on? Roman's filming a movie right now, so he ain't returning tomorrow.
Roman done man. Roman, the filming for this movie don't start until next year.
What if Roman steals the briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase?
That'd be funny.
I was kind of shocked R-Truth won. Aleister Black is a jobber again. What the hell? That's what I'm saying. I was not happy about that at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. No way Jim wins the belt.
Hey, Cal. That's your prediction. That is your prediction.
Tiff time Goldberg's getting that. Tiff time Goldberg's getting that. All right then.
Goldberg ain't winning nothing.
Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Who y'all got in that right there? What's your prediction on that? Hey, check yourself. Big Jim winning. Big Jim gonna set their first. Of course. Who's ready for Saturday Night Main Event tomorrow? They gave Big Jim the win today for the end tomorrow.
Cal, it don't always work like that.
Big Tamatonga.
No, he don't.
Randy,
that man.
But I'm biased. LOL. Got you.
Understandable. Man, Cal, what are you talking about?
Big Tamatonga.
Don't nobody. Tamatonga ain't returning tomorrow.
Drew because of shenanigans. Yeah, Drew because of shenanigans. But I think he gets beat with an RKO.
Drew is funny all around. I don't know with that match. I think I'm gonna go with Randy Orton winning against Drew.
The tribal chief Tongaloa.
Don't nobody care about him.
And famous Tongaloa.
The same one that got super kicked tonight.
Roman Reigns returning tomorrow. Yes, indeed.
Yes, he is. What's up, Grand Prix?
Grand Prix. R-Truth supposed push apparently died because he. Yep, all the way.
Man, didn't nobody really care for Truth. Even when he did all of this, what was the purpose? Don't nobody care. Like, and that's just facts.
Well, what's gonna happen? He feuded with Jimmy Uso win the U.S. title, and then he feuded.
We all know John Cena been filming.
That's Hollywood. I think Solo is going to retain the championship most likely. I really want Jimmy to win the title, but Solo just got that title by defeating Jacob for 2, so I'm suggesting Solo should retain.
Man, tell Triple H that. Because if Triple H pulls the plug tomorrow, tell Triple H that.
Oh, yeah, it was fun watching Jelly Roll throw Logan Paul around. That was funny. I hope he do return tomorrow. How cool was Gacy and Loomis finish? Oh, it was pretty. It was okay.
I didn't watch the match, so I don't know.
Hollywood. You guys are going to be live after Saturday Night Main Event?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah, buddy. We all just got to tune in tomorrow to see for Roman Reigns' return. That's basically it. Did you see the QR code, Willie? Yeah, I did. I'll be right back. Okay, take your time, Random Cash. No yeet. Yeah, no yeet. Who's better, Jimmy Uso or The Undertaker? Huh?
Oh, never mind. Wyatt 6 just doesn't do it for me. I mean, it's okay and cool tribute to Bray, but I miss. I'm gonna be honest with you, John Denmark. The Wyatt 6 is just boring.
Okay.
Oh, he just boring in general.
Just to get up.
Huh?
I made another account just to get up on here.
With YouTube?
So I have two accounts now.
Okay, that's wild.
That's some crazy shit.
I know it's late, but Solo mocking Jay with saying 4 letters, 1 word, stop was pretty funny.
Of course it was.
I like Jim to
Hey,
win, but not a chance.
it's
There's far too
Solo.
many
It's
people.
funny.
Who is that many people that gonna cost him?
Which team you guys got for the Fatal 4 Women's tag match at Evolution?
I see Charlotte and Alexa becoming the brand new tag team champions. I got them too.
Big Jimmy for the US. What's up, E-Money?
Big Jim winning the U.S. Championship. Okay, money. Grand Prix said I'm happy being one.
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on, baby? No yeet.
White 6, they don't do it for me. They suck.
They know
Okay,
you.
well, he made it very clear. He said the Wyatt, they suck. Stop trying to use Bray Wyatt.
Hey, did y'all see when Solo
Bro,
Sikoa
hell no. I know y'all ain't talking about the Wyatt 6 like that. Put some respect on the tag team. Hold on, Deborah. Lord
Deborah,
have
go back.
mercy.
Deborah, go back making your grandma cookies, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. You
Big
need to go
Jim
back to
needs
your
a
kid
singles
home.
title.
Yeah, man, they making it look easy for Jimmy.
They making it so easy for Jimmy. I told her this. I said, I made this very clear. I said they are really kind of making it so easy for Jimmy to the point where Jimmy ain't really got to jump through hoops no more. Not even close. I'm gonna put respect on them. They suck. They suck. Damn. How you what?
Hey, Willie.
4 letters,
Right.
1 word. Yeet.
No,
What
you.
you say, Cadence?
Hold on. Oh. Wait, you remember when Solo Sikoa told Paul Heyman to get out of here?
He said my he put him through the
We
table.
put your big ass through that table, and that was funny. So it looks like
Yeah,
Charlotte is
Paul
back to
Heyman got
being
up out of there
babyface
though. He
again.
said
But will the fans actually
he
get
got up out
behind
of
her
there.
this time?
I'm sure the fans never had an issue with Charlotte Flair when she was a face. It was never a problem. How do you join the show?
Oh, you want to join the
You
show?
You
gotta
want to join? What is you got an Instagram?
Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, I just send the
wait for
link.
two. Wait, can more than one person join in at once, or does it only have to be two?
It
It
only
only have
has
to
to
be
be
it's only two because that means you're in. If he wants to join in, we have to click you out so he can come in.
and this will be his first time
Oh,
coming in here too as well.
Once Roman Reigns sees Paul Heyman, huh?
I don't see Trish beating Tiffany.
Nobody
Nobody does.
does.
Nobody
man,
does,
if
man.
He said, "Yeet."
hey, y'all want to know how I feel about Jimmy? I feel like since the fact that he's beating Solo, I feel like the fact that he's beating Solo like 2 times in a row, it's gonna be Mason. Man,
I'm the Universal Champion. You is Grand Prix. That title is retired, by the way.
I understand where you coming from, Aaron. Yeah. Don't nobody see Trish being Tiffy. Trish is just No, she played out. This ain't the old era no more.
Surprising thing that was recently, Charlotte said in an interview that she misses being a babyface when in the past she said she preferred being a heel. Yes, she did. Universal Champion. Picked up another Minute Maid juice with the J with J on it. Yeet.
Yeet. Okay. I ain't had no another one. Look, I ain't had no another one since I what it was. Since I had that one, man, that the Tropical Punch, man, I drunk all that shit up.
You think Big Jim will show if he wins? Of course. Why
You
not?
gotta go to work. What's your Insta? Is it just your YouTube name? Yes. Go on the Instagram and show him the name of the channel. You can really just press that
Yeah.
and just log and show him.
Hey, look. So I think the fact Jimmy is
I'll
beating
show him.
Solo.
So this is the Instagram page right here, Cal.
Hey, Shan. Hey, Shan.
Yeah.
I made a action. Mason, stop. Hold on. I made a good beat, but I just don't know how to send it to you. So, yeah. I didn't use Mixcraft though, cause I don't feel like paying to use Mixcraft, so I
They
just went
had a
on Bandlab
trial.
and made it.
They had a
Huh?
whole free trial.
Where? I ain't see it.
When you press download, it says free trial.
Do it?
Yeah.
Or no, I don't know where. Like,
It says it can't be
I went
considered
on
love
there.
versus JoJo.
I don't know what to
JoJo
click to go to the
too bad.
beatmaker thing. Like,
It's
I
gonna
didn't
be
He
funny.
see it, so I don't.
Say it again.
Like, Mrs. Stop. I don't know where to go to make the
Junior Tonga Loa.
What's up, Tonga
The
Loa?
Loa #1 fan is back.
I bet.
I think I missed something, but
Oh,
how did Soul and Zarya end up in the Fatal 4-Way?
I don't know.
You know what? I wanted the same thing too as well. Oh, we lost cadence.
Okay, it's on there. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, follow him back. Now I'm gonna send the link. You don't have to if you don't want to. Hold on. Hold up. Don't nobody really care for Solo. I don't even care for Solo. So, if I don't care for him, that means don't nobody else care for him. So, no.
The perfect scenario would be for Liv to make her return in the Rumble to come straight to Roxanne and start a program going into Mania season. I would dig that. That would be good.
I would like it, but it's up to them.
I'm back for my empire. If Jimmy Uso wins the United States Champion, you think Jey Uso will come out?
Yeah.
Why not?
Of course. Did you get my message? Yeah. Did you click the link?
I think the fact Jimmy Uso winning over Solo makes it easier for him Oh yeah, Solo would be a solid competitor if he was used better.
Yeah, but look how they doing Solo.
Look at the booking.
Hold on, you like what message do you send? Just press dismiss. Hey, you don't have a link? We just sent the link. Just sent the link to you.
3 more days, you lucky dogs. Oh yeah, Monday.
Yeet. These ones got me laughing. Yeah, just press click on it. That ain't you. He said that ain't him.
That may be. Oh, this is Khalil. This is the other one right here.
That is him. What is yours?
Yeah, Cal, what is yours? That's that
That's
one.
that one he sent.
That's Fleming.
I'm thinking you ain't sent no. Which? What is your name on what is your name on Instagram?
Okay,
Cal. Alright then, Deborah, man. It was nice having you on here tonight.
You pulled a Cody. You basically said it was Cody.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's Fleming.
That's Fleming.
That's Fleming.
What the hell?
That's Fleming that sent us a request.
Okay, he sent.
Well,
what's your name? Cal Blundell. What's your what is you then?
It's crazy y'all would actually go live at 10 p.m.
We went live before 10.
We went live before 10. Smackdown went off at around 9.
Hey, send your name so we can send you the link, cause we ain't get no message.
Fleming, check yours.
Fleming is the one that got the request.
Yeah.
Cal Blundell is the one that did not send anything, because nothing came to my phone.
I follow you guys on Instagram, by the way.
All right. Yeah. Do you want to join in tonight?
John Denmark, your time to shine, brother.
Have you checked message? Yeah, you're not in the message request.
Not at all.
Here we go. Never mind. I got you. You good now. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Wait. We finally got All right, then, you guys. We finna bring Cal in. I just sent him the link, so Cal is about to come in.
Should I bring back the old Cadence Prod's name?
That's up to you.
That's up to you, Cadence.
Do you want to have that name? Or, it's up to you.
It looked like the Diamond Fan rumored feud has either been scrapped or at least stretched further because they're on a perfect terms right now. Yeah, they are.
Man, I don't think they know what they want to do with that. What's up, Cadence?
So we just wait on Cal to get in here.
Yeah, we're waiting for Cal to come in because I sent him the link. So all he got to do is join.
Not to mention this will be his first time around in here, so this is gonna be dope. It's gonna be good.
Plus, we really want to hear what Kyle got to say. About everything. So it's gonna be very, very cool. So it's on you, Kyle, when you're ready to come in. But Dane, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they really know what they want to do with Dominic or Finn.
It'd be my first time.
You shy?
I'm just kind of shy.
What? Why you shy?
Don't be shy.
What's up?
Don't be shy.
Well, you ain't no Kyle. Kyle can't come in, then we'll get you, John. We'll put you in.
First timers tonight, all the way. Poor Dom and Finn. LOL. Yeah. Well, Dom going through it with AJ Styles at the moment. There
All
he
right,
is.
here we go. All right, Kyle, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you.
Hello.
What's up? What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
I'm good. I'm gonna say I've enjoyed SmackDown the last 2 months. I've enjoyed the show. I think I can't lie.
Gosh.
Okay.
What'd you think about tonight?
So what tonight seemed like for you?
I think compared to last year, it's still not amazing, but compared to this year, it's a good show because the start of this year is the worst in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you think Cody wasn't there, Jacob wasn't there, so a lot of the top guys wasn't there today. I think the other guys and the girls did very well today.
Me too. I felt like they gave the ones who usually shines, they gave them a break just so the other ones can get out there, and I think everybody kind of accomplished that goal. And I think everybody kind of did good. I felt like SmackDown tonight was good in general.
Yeah,
I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing wrong. It was good.
I agree.
It was good.
Right. I like as well them putting the title match in the middle of the card and actually putting the solo match as the main event, because I think the problem Solo's had is he's had a lot of good feuds, same with Jim, like good feuds, but I think the problem is they're not made out to be important, and putting them as main event is making them important.
In this case, he's the champion. I never knew
Exactly.
for your champion, your mid-card champion, to get pinned clean on 2 Fridays in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Last Friday was Jacob. Tonight was Jimmy.
Yeah, I think like for me, it's like with Jimmy winning, it's huge for him because I think his injury that he had, if you remember, he had an injury, didn't he, after War Games? He injured his foot, didn't he, during War Games?
Yep.
I think that kind of derailed him because I think Jay went on to win a title at WrestleMania. Roman went on to have obviously that huge match at Mania. And I feel like that derailed Jimmy and left Jimmy on the sidelines a little bit.
Yes, and you're right.
And I do feel like if he'd won, if he didn't get injured during that match, he would have gone on to maybe win a US title or maybe even an IC title.
Yeah.
But obviously, unfortunately, we didn't get that because of his injury.
Mm-hmm.
At SummerSlam, imagine they do a double turn between Rhodes and Cena, where Rhodes gives him a low blow, winning the title back, and gets dumb here, booed. Wow.
It's like I understand where you coming from, Kyle, because what you saying is completely 100%. Like I did feel like Jimmy helped out so many, and he was kind of left on the side. And most people that are Jimmy fans, they stay. Some of them switched up on him and left. Now that Jimmy is finally getting that push, he is out there on his own. Not all of those old fans want to come back.
Yeah,
and
I think I don't know if like used to agree, but I think like Jimmy is actually such a more complex character in the company than people realize. Like he's actually so important to every storyline. Like to the Roman storyline, he was one of. I know Jay was the right hand man in a sense, but Jimmy was an important role in that story, in the Bloodline story for so many years. And even now, like he's like in my opinion, I think, do you know where Kevin Owens was like that soldier constantly fighting Roman's bloodline? I think Jimmy is going to be like that against Solo, where maybe for the next year or two, we might see Jimmy just going up constantly against Solo and Solo's group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest though, it's interesting because Jimmy has always had it. It's like for the past couple of years, injuries. What people didn't realize, injuries is what really took away Jimmy's opportunity. It
Yeah,
wasn't him. He was hurt all the time. He's not hurt no more. So now Jimmy can actually shine.
yeah, definitely. I think as well, like something I was kind of upset about with Jimmy as well is like, the obviously his injury, but I think as well, like you look at the cards every week. Like I think Jim should be on every week. Should have a
Yeah.
match pretty much every week, and I think if we are going to build for him to maybe win, because in my opinion, I think Solo is going to win tomorrow. Because I think we
Yeah.
might see Solo have the belt for for a few months
Mm-hmm.
now. Because we haven't had a long US run really. I know LA Knight had it, defended it a few times, but Logan had 2 defenses in like a few months. I think Solo might have a few defenses under his belt now, but I
I
want to
don't
see.
know. I
I,
don't know. I
I,
kind
I
of
can't.
feel like Jimmy may win tomorrow. Miracles do happen, expected, unexpected. That title hasn't been defended at Saturday's Night Main Event.
Yeah, true.
Usually titles don't change hands, but at the same time, Triple H ain't making Solo lose for nothing.
Yeah, true. I think as well. I think for me though, I think to kind of keep Solo, because I think Solo. I said this. I've said this to a few friends. In my opinion, what I
Uh-huh.
think should have happened. I think Solo should have beat Roman on Netflix, and then Roman beat Solo at Mania. That should have been the match at Mania. Roman
Yeah.
Solo for everything. But I think they kind of like derailed Solo's momentum big time with him losing, because
Yeah.
he got pinned a few times, even though he's supposed to be the new Bloodline lead. He was getting pinned all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yep.
let's be real, we've seen him as a bit of a joke character. And I think even now, like, he's supposed to be the head of this group, but we still kind of laugh at him. He's still a joke in a way. And it's
Yeah, don't
hard.
nobody really take it
Yeah,
serious.
it is hard to take him serious when you've got him going from being like the main, like, because let's be real, he was the enforcer for Roman. So how'd you go from
Mhm.
being the enforcer for Roman and then in a year time go to being pretty much a joke?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I think he needs a few titles, because if he goes out and beats Jimmy tomorrow, then he goes out and beats Jacob maybe again, and then beats someone else, and then wins again. That's
I
4 title
feel like
defenses.
I feel like Jacob may cost Solo. You know how Solo cost. You know how those guys costed Jacob his match. I feel like Jacob will cost Solo that match, but it's gonna be with a twist.
Yeah, that's it. Could it be like a pin? Could it be when Solo loses the match by pinfall? Could it be like a DQ or a count out or something like that?
You get
That's
what
what I
I'm
could
saying?
see.
I feel like Jacob may not come alone tomorrow.
I hope. I would like to see, because I
Zilla.
think the worry. Yeah, I think the worrying thing though is that you don't want to be stuck in the same position as last year, where it's the same match pretty much with War Games. Like you want
Yeah.
Jacob to have different people. You don't just want it to be Jacob, Jimmy, Jay, Roman, and Sammy, because then it's pretty much the exact same matches last year. You don't want that to be the problem, because then it gets too repetitive. But I do think I like the fact Jacob didn't show tonight. If I'm honest as well, I like the fact they didn't just bring Jay in. Not Jake,
Yeah.
sorry, Jacob. Because I think if they just brought Jacob in, then it's like, oh, he got put through a table last week and he's back already. Like, come on.
Yeah. They ruined Solo's character. They tried hard to make him the tribal chief. He's a pipsqueak. He doesn't even have Roman size. Solo, I don't know what Solo character is, because every time you look up Solo, it's some type of character. We just don't know what it is, and it's hard to get behind him when you really don't know what Solo's character is.
Yeah,
All
I
you know
agree.
is he keep bringing more people and more people.
Yeah,
It's like we get tired of seeing you bring people. Just
yeah,
be you. I mean, I'm finally glad they finally got rid of that bloodline name. I'm finally glad Solo
yeah,
no longer has a bloodline. No, they're just called my FT, my family tree, which
yeah.
is stupid, but MFT. Solo
I,
group called MFT.
yeah, I do like. If I'm going to be totally honest, I do actually like the fact they're not the bloodline though, because I think if they were the
Uh-huh.
bloodline, they kind of you get stuck in a bit of like there's only so far they can go if they're the bloodline. Because let's be real, none of them are going to win the main belt, one of the 2 main belts.
Oh no.
And I think that the whole point of the Bloodline when Roman was in it was Roman ran the company. Let's be serious. Roman was the main, in my opinion, it's the great. I'm controversial. I think it's the greatest run of all time, the Bloodline run. Them 4 years of them at the peak was the best 4 years in wrestling, in my life anyway. And I think you can't create that. And I think trying to create that, people will give up eventually. Like, you can't recreate that, and you never can. So I think having them as a different group is smart for all of their developments.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I agree. I agree 100%. All the way. What you
I would
saying?
like to,
Those facts.
I would like to see a woman in the group, though. I know that sounds crazy, but I'd like to see maybe a Nia Jax in the group. I don't know why. I just would, because that makes them even more dominant. Like, I'd like them to, because obviously with the Bloodline, they never went to have a female in the group. But I think somebody like a Nia, because she's not going to be in the title picture now because she's lost to Tiffy twice.
I would say if they don't put a woman, they have to put Naomi.
Yeah, but I think the problem is you got to somehow, like, Naomi's going to join that group while Jim's not. That's the problem, isn't it? You've got to link Jim and Naomi together. Yeah. I think.
Hold on. John Denmark, Sammy didn't make the Bloodline bigger. Sammy was somebody who needed protection. And the Bloodline was just there. And Sammy needed something to do. He didn't make the Bloodline bigger.
I agree. I think what it did, Sammy being in the Bloodline, like, I think that kind of was the beginning of the end, because it showed Roman does have a weakness, and it is loyalty. He does trust. I think that's the point. He trusts too much, and every time he trusts too much, absolutely. Every time he trusts too much, people turn on him. Like, that's the whole point.
That's the craziest thing. Roman never turned on nobody, but everybody has turned on Roman.
Yeah, literally. Even, like, you could even say, like, literally every I think that's a huge point. Everybody who he's ever been with, because even Jay and Jimmy turned on him in 2023. They both turned on him. Yeah, and obviously, the one I hope we never revisit. I don't ever want to see Cody and Roman as a team again, though. That was stupid.
Oh no, that was horrible.
Because it didn't make any sense. Because why would you have Cody? Like, Cody, let's be real. The whole story is Cody destroyed Roman's year. Cody beat Roman at Mania. I'm not. Why would Roman then team with him like 2 months later? Like, Cody ruined Roman, so Roman's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna team with you 2 months later." Mate, like, what?
Yeah. Somebody in here said they believe this time Roman not trusting nobody. I think this probably be the whole new character of Roman. If you're not like if you're not family, he's not trusting you. But this Roman's look like he'll be more for revenge than anything.
I think the weird thing for Roman is, because I know, like, Jimmy and Jay, but I don't think Jimmy and Jay will be with Roman. I don't think they'll do it. They won't put them together this time. I think for the first time in 4 years, Roman's on his own. But 5 years, Roman's actually going to be on his own, because he's not got Paul Heyman, he's not got Jimmy or Jay, he's not got Solo, he hasn't got Sammy.
That's a good thing, though. This kind of reminds you of what Roman used to be before he even had, and when he was wearing the Shields vest, the big dog, all that stuff. He was a one man by himself on a mission. So
I think we could be seeing it. Like, I think it's going to be weird though, because in my opinion, I don't think we'll see Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam. A lot of people do think that. I don't think we'll do
that without no interruptions. I want that match.
I think that will be later down. I think the match at SummerSlam is going to be Braun versus. I know Willie agrees. I think it will be Roman versus Braun Breaker at SummerSlam.
Sky said Roman shouldn't trust no one, not even his family. Roman got super kicked in the face by his family.
And spiked and put through a table by them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Roman Roman acted the way he did. Well, people did Roman wrong. I ain't gonna lie.
It's even like Paul Heyman. I don't know why Roman was so shocked that Paul Heyman turned on him 2 years ago.
Like, this fool, this how he makes a living by turning on people.
Like, this is the guy that turned on CM Punk for Curtis Axel. Not for Randy Orton or John Cena or even like for Curtis fucking Axel and Ryback. That's who he turned on CM Punk for.
Yeah, he chewed, but this the thing. Roman really Roman really took Paul to higher heights just as Paul
Yeah,
took Roman to higher heights. Because I'm gonna be honest, this is probably about like the biggest you ever seen Paul Heyman. And I can say the same just for Roman. We never saw
absolutely.
Roman that's this big of a character like that until he aligned with Paul Heyman.
I agree. Well,
You know?
I think if we're being honest, Roman is now like The Rock, and he's got that reputation now. And he's now one of the most. He is the face of the WWE in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of wrestling, I think he is, and I think like I've said it a few times. I think we are. I don't think we've got long left with Roman. If I'm honest, I
Yeah.
think we've got. I don't think he'll be here by 20. I think he'll be retired by 2030. If I'm honest, not retired, but like The Rock.
He got about what?
He got
2 years left.
He got 2 more years left. He said 2027 and
Yeah.
2028.
That's it.
That's it.
He said that's it.
Because I think if you, sorry, go on, Willie.
So I would probably tell you between 2028. That's probably when Roman Reigns is gonna really finally actually hang it up for real. Between 2028.
2028. I think so as well. Because I think as well, you look at his feuds. I think we're looking at this Seth feud. Is this one more time with Seth? Is that what it is? One last feud with Seth before?
Yeah.
Like that's, and it's gonna be sad. I think Roman has done a lot. Like I think, in my opinion, I think the WWE was dying before the Bloodline story came in. I thought it was dying. I thought the company was dying. I thought it was going. I mean, come on, like 2019. I don't know if you remember Roadblock, that pay-per-view. It was half empty. Like it was
around
awful.
2019, that's when we was in the pandemic, and things really got rough for WWE around that time.
Roadblock 2019 was very rough to watch. I would tell you that 2019 Roadblock was very rough to watch. I kind of told this to somebody. I said if WWE would have never wrote the Bloodline storyline, WWE would not really it would not be more popular than it is now at the moment. Because imagine people like Vince Russo, Freddie Prinze Jr., other writers from back in the day. Imagine them trying to write this in WCW or the WWF form of Attitude Era. You wouldn't really know how to write it.
Man, John Denmark said it was awkward doing 2020, just wasn't saying. Around 2019, 2020, 2021, nothing was the same. The pandemic basically took over everything.
I think for me, the only thing that I enjoyed during the whole pandemic was the whole Bray Wyatt and the Fiend stuff with Alexa. That's the only things I really enjoyed during the pandemic.
Between that, Jeff Hardy winning the Intercontinental Championship, between Bray Wyatt and Jeff Hardy storylines feeding up into probably going into August and out of nowhere seeing Roman Reigns, because they made SummerSlam all about Roman Reigns. Like SummerSlam 2020, you won't see it happen for real. Automatically, they're talking about Roman.
Sky said Roman should have changed his name completely to something other than OTC1, which is true. That name is horrible. That name is horrible. It sounds like a video game.
It was
like how you saying Player One.
It was rough as hell hearing the people in Nashville say that tonight, because they were saying OTC1, OTC1, OTC1. I'm like,
it wasn't fun. It was not. It was not. I think with that was a bad chance. But the crowd were good though. I thought the crowd were good overall. To be fair.
Yeah. I just feel like within a short amount of time, Roman has done a lot in his career just for a short amount of time, because he haven't even been in the wrestling business that long. And
what is it? In 12 years, 13 years, I think.
No, it's like 10 years.
It's been about 10 years.
10 years.
Well, he joined WWE in 20. He joined obviously with Survivor Series 2012 when the Shield started with Roman.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Obviously, and you look at everything he's done. How many times he's main evented Mania? He's won. He's one of the longest one of the longest champions of all time. He's beat. Look at him. He's beat John Cena. He's beat Randy Orton. He's beat them all. He's teamed with The Rock as well.
Amount of time. He finally gave everybody what they wanted. We wanted to see a badass Roman Reigns as a heel character, and he delivered that. I'm not gonna lie, when he
Absolutely.
came back as a heel, I was like, perfect.
Yeah,
By time we get what we want.
I think as well. It's that sort of effect. I think. Um,
You're doing
I
good,
always
Daddy.
I always say with Roman, the thing with the face when he was booed all the time and was really like hated as a face the first time was
Oh
because
yeah, man.
it was
Them people
forced.
wasn't rocking with him.
Yeah, it was forced. Like we just had, and don't get me wrong, I love John Cena, but we just had like 10, 11, 12 years of John Cena being forced down almost every single week.
Yeah.
Cena Hogan, do you know what I mean? Putting nobody over.
I feel like
And then
that's kind of what they doing with Rhea Ripley at this moment.
Rhea Ripley is kind of a
Forcing her.
it's kind of a different thing with Rhea Ripley. It's like, with Rhea Ripley doesn't have to really be in the title picture every time.
I agree.
The title picture doesn't really need Rhea Ripley in it every single time.
No.
We could have multiple women in the title picture later than Rhea Ripley. I'm just saying.
I think obviously the rumor was Liv was going to be facing Io, and obviously Liv got injured, so maybe that's the fallback, and obviously it's a pretty good fallback because Rhea's huge with the fans, but I would have liked someone different to get a shot on the card, someone completely different.
Mm-hmm. There's so many talented women, but it's like they be so afraid to use those women that are talented. Those ones that just sit in the back waiting for an opportunity.
I don't know if you remember on the last show, I left a message in the chat where I said, I'm actually upset that the Sunday pay-per-view, that the Sunday PLE, hasn't had the hype it deserves for the women who have put on. In my opinion, one of the best matches on Mania was the Triple Threat Women's match. Was one of my favorite matches.
Io, Bianca, Rhea. That was an epic match.
It was a star-studded match.
Yeah, absolutely. And for them to get what is essentially like 2 weeks of a hype for it, and let's be real, we all found out because of Twitter. It's kind of wrong. Like it deserved a huge 6-7 weeks of building, in my opinion. Like you could have built this alongside Money in the Bank or alongside like a different. Like you didn't have to wait until all the PLEs were done to build it. Like you could have built this alongside the PLE. Like it's that big. It should be. But the problem is, it's not. It should be made out to be one of the biggest PLEs of the year, in my opinion. But it's just not.
Yeah.
Well, then you gotta also understand too as well, Cal. Putting Saturday Night Main Event on July 12th and then having Evolution on that Sunday, you're literally competing against AEW the same following week.
That's why they've done it, though. That's why they've done it, isn't it? They've done it to essentially, who's bigger. That's what it is, isn't it? WWE have done it to essentially flex the muscles and tell AEW we're bigger than you.
That's a waste of time too. Because
I agree.
You got a whole Beyonce concert down the street.
Exactly.
That's another thing too as well. With so much stuff going on in Atlanta, you got to think you got the MLB All-Star Tournament, All-Star Game. Then you got wrestling. Then you got this, you got that. WWE can't really compete with all this for real. That's one thing.
Yeah, I think as well. Like, it's like the Trish Stratus Tiffany match. Trish Stratus is one of the greatest women of all time. So to put her into a feud with the women's champion, you give her a week, like a week.
Yeah, that is the weakest build up ever.
Yeah,
and
it's like what can we learn from a week's build? Like the friends, like there's no animosity, there's not even like a bit of friendly competition. All it was them saying, "Oh, we're gonna have a match," and that's it. Like we've not built from it at all.
It's nothing but Barbie versus Barbie. I'm gonna be honest with you. We already had Barbie versus Barbie at WrestleMania 41 with Charlotte Flair. I mean, you want Barbie versus Barbie again in Atlanta? Like, for real?
Exactly.
John Denmark said, I'm just waiting for WWE to end their deal with Fox or whoever they are with and stream Smackdown on Netflix like Raw is on the international markets. I always have to stream Smackdown on the third-party site. Well, actually, Smackdown is on the USA Network, though.
Not here.
SmackDown today was so bad.
What?
Wow.
SmackDown was good. We watching the same show?
Which episode of SmackDown did you watch?
You were watching what show you were watching? You must be watching Monday.
In the UK, we have SmackDown on Netflix, and it's very weird because I don't know if like you get ads in America, but we just get the
Yeah, we
same 3
do.
minute.
Yeah,
We get a
we get
whole bunch of ads.
yeah
Yeah,
we
we get ads in America. I don't think you guys get
Y'all
no
don't
ads
have
at
any
all.
So-
ads.
what we get is the 3 minute montage of just the wrestlers like making poses to the screen. That's what we get of the same horrible music. That music.
Oh,
That's all
damn,
we
that's
get.
even worse.
What?
Yeah, that's terrible. But on Raw, we don't have any ads on Raw. It just cuts and then goes straight to what's going on. We don't really get
Oh,
any. We don't get
wow.
ads on
But
Raw.
we look while y'all watching it, we on Netflix over here getting
Yeah.
ads that are like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or 1
Oh,
minute.
Scott said Roman might decide to go to the Beyonce concert too as well instead of Saturday Night Main Event, and I wouldn't blame him.
I don't think nobody would. I mean, WWE, y'all knew y'all couldn't compete with no Beyonce, especially Beyonce down the street.
yeah.
Down the street, no.
Oh,
The way these women dressed tonight looked like they was going to the Beyonce concert.
Charlotte Flair was the prime example of literally we going to that Beyonce
Yeah,
concert.
that's what I'm saying. I thought she was going to the Beyonce concert for a moment. The way
It-
she was
it-
dressed.
It looks like, you know, when Taylor Swift wears that pink hat.
Uh-huh.
That's what Charlotte Flair and Trish Stratus look like. They look like they're going to what Taylor Swift instead of actually wrestling. But now, like even like just to move on to the Charlotte and Alexa tag thing team, that is like
Trish.
I really like the Alexa and Charlotte stuff, man. I really like it because it's two completely different people, like personalities, and I think they mold very well.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany.
Cal, your thoughts on Montez Ford probably finally breaking out and becoming a single star?
It's time.
Your thoughts on that?
I think it's time, and I think as well the reason why I think it's that is for both story. I think I think he has got a lot of potential and talent, but my only worry is I think the team would go a bit to like other teams in the past. I think Montez would go off and do pretty decent stuff. I forgot the other guy's name. What's the other guy's name?
Dawkins.
Yeah, I think Dawkins would go on to like maybe like just be a mid carder, if I'm honest. But I think Montez Ford would actually be quite high up on the card challenges of things. I really do. It's a good thing for the Wyatts as well, because the Wyatts, when they came back, said we want to test the brotherhood, and I don't think the other teams are that important. I think if the other teams break up, like for example, if DIY break up, we knew it would happen eventually because they broke up in NXT. Yep. So Montez Ford and Dawkins are a huge team for the SmackDown roster, and I think them splitting up would plus put the Wyatt 6 even further up the card, and also make them the goals more important as well.
Because I told Shane this. I said Montez Ford had so many opportunities to become a singles champion. I mean, so many times.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Go get a bottle of water.
And the fact that it's like, it was right there in front of our face, but a lot of people didn't really see it that way.
No, I was very happy today though, because I'm a huge, just like you, William, I'm a huge Wyatt. Anything to do with Bray Wyatt, I'm a huge fan, and I'm a huge Wyatt fan. And when they were off TV, I'm not like the fans who like ran away from it. I've backed them from the start, and I knew there'd be like tricky roads and bumpy roads because there was with Bray. Anyone who's going to sit here and say the whole years of Bray was perfect, they weren't. They were tough times. Even as the Fiend, there were tough times. He's lost to Goldberg, he's lost to Orton and Mania. There were tough times. And I think you have to understand, with a group that wants to be as creative, they want full creative control. They're not going to get that. And, it's going to be bumpy. But I'm very happy they won today because I think they needed that. And I'm very happy they did.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, like I said, it's so much there, too, as well. Like I said, now, with Seth Rollins, where do you kind of see this whole Seth Rollins thing going right now at the moment? Your thoughts on it. You got Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. What do you see? What's your thoughts on this, man?
See, I've said it. It's got so much potential to be the biggest thing, one of the biggest things in the company. But every week, obviously other than today, every week them being in a feud with somebody, and then Penta comes down, and Sammy comes down, and then Jay comes down and the group gets thrown out the ring. You've got to build them, right? And they should be an unstoppable force. But I don't like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed no one should be able to move them out the ring. Like they should be untouchable. And I think they've done a terrible job of building them and building hype for that group, in my opinion.
Well, every week it's the same thing. I mean, it's just like what we saw tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. They brought what they do on Raw, they brought it right back to Smackdown in this case.
Absolutely. And I think as well, like, for me, I think Seth should be obviously be going for the world title, but Braun and Bronson should be going for the tag belts, in my opinion. Like, the Raw tag division, in my opinion, is it's awful. The Raw division tag division is terrible.
I mean, straight ass all the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Raw tag team division is so goddamn awful to the point that there is literally nobody there at all. Welcome back, Tony. Welcome back. But yeah, the Raw tag team division is so goddamn awful. I mean, literally.
Do you know what it is for me? And I was saying this to one of my friends with it. It's like you can just go back and watch every single Raw of this year, and it's the exact same match. The matches are so boring. Like today, for example, today with the Wyatts and with Street Profits, we saw different moves than the match the other week. We saw different spots. We saw both teams on top. We saw like a story being built in the ring. But with for example, say New Day and the War Raiders, what we see is the War Raiders destroy the New Day around the ring, and then the New Day will roll one of them up and win. And that's the same for 3-4 weeks. And I just think that put Braun and Bronson in there, have them smash the Judgment Day. They win the belts. That's you build on that group. They've got gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, somebody just said, what do you think about Zilla? You know, we didn't get Jacob tonight, so you know Jacob was probably on vacation or whatever. But young Huncho, and like I said, we kind of threw it out there multiple times. Yo, what do you think about Zilla? Zilla being on his way, probably helping out in this whole storyline. I mean, Enzo Amore just kind of crossed the line in TNA with the 4th championship with the company called Fourth Rope Championship Wrestling. Zilla is also a champion too as well in 4th Rope Wrestling Promotion too as well. So could you think we could see Zilla pretty soon in this case? Since
it's a good question, Willie. It's a very good question. I don't know if it'll be soon, but I think it's inevitable he finds his way to WWE. I think it depends. Again, like I said, it depends. I really hope we do because I think he's so talented. And I mean, look at Jacob. Like people would have said, like when Jacob came, I was one of the people shouting his praise before he joined WWE, saying he will work with the story. He's amazing everywhere. And I think Zilla's he is amazing everywhere on promo, in the ring, out. Jacob, I think they have to do it.
It's so much there, man. It really is, you know. But when Jacob first came here, I mean, he was already a star, already in the making.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope Zilla joins WWE soon. I'm not like everybody's waiting on Zilla to come. They really are.
Yeah. I think they fumbled. I'll be honest. I think they fumbled Jeff Cobb already. I know it's not. He's not been there long. They have fumbled Jeff Cobb
all the way. That was no offense to Jeff Cobb, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Jeff Cobb just could have stayed in Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks like a Teemu Rhino.
Because Jeff Cobb every other week is getting super kicked.
Yeah.
Not super kicked, probably speared. If not speared, probably just getting beat up. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Did it be whole decision to bring Jeff Cobb back into the company? No.
I agree. I agree. And I think what made it more confusing as well is they teased as if he was going to be like, because I think we've all known for a while that Jacob and Solo were going to split.
Yeah.
But for them to bring Jeff in when they did and have Jeff as sort of like, it looked like they were going to bring him in as sort of like the new Jacob, but he just isn't. He's nowhere near Jacob. I mean, he doesn't speak for a start. He just sits there and shouts when there's no mic. And when he's in the ring, he just gets super kicked. No other move gets done to him. He just gets super kicked by everyone.
That's what I'm saying. Dayton, to answer your question, he does have the Samoan spike, but it's a Superman Samoan spike. Yeah. It's not your ordinary Samoan spike. It's the Superman Samoan spike. So basically, he can come out of nowhere and spike you just like that. Kind of like a Superman punch.
Yeah.
But basically a Superman Samoan spike, Dayton.
Yeah.
I like how Jelly Roll came and saved Brandy from Logan. Oh man, that's great. OTC coming after Paul and Seth revenge. Yeah, like I said, man, if WWE really wants to win tomorrow, you gotta have Roman Reigns make an appearance tomorrow night.
I agree, especially with AEW. I've said it. I genuinely believe. I think AEW has been better than WWE this year. I think AEW has been very good this year. It's very underrated how good AEW's done this year.
All
Like
right, John,
like
you
the
have a good
quality.
night, buddy.
And I think for the WWE, like let's be real, if they bring Roman back, it's going to piss all over. Like people will not be talking about if they bring Roman back tomorrow. And no one speaks about All In. It's all trending on Twitter if Roman's back. That's just the way. That's how big he is. But
Oh, of
I
course.
just where do you bring him in? Because the main event surely has to be Gunther versus Goldberg. That has to be the main event in Goldberg's home. That's got to be the main event. Goldberg Gunther.
Goldberg and Gunther. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, us seeing it firsthand in Atlanta at Bad Blood and seeing him kind of terrorize Goldberg, it was like, are we gonna get this in the near future? We did not know that we would get Goldberg versus Gunther in the summertime. Like, we did not know we would get that.
I think, I'm on the thing. I think it's right that it's like Goldberg's getting his last match because he did do a lot to come back. When he faced Roman, he had COVID 2 weeks before. The event was falling, but then he saved it. But I kind of feel bad for Jay because Jay was fed to Gunther so they could do Gunther Goldberg. They fed Jay to Gunther so they could just do Gunther Goldberg at main event.
Well, you know, and the bad part about this too as well, you know, I kind of felt like if this was the plan the whole entire time, because Triple H even kind of made this very clear. The plan was not to have Jay hold this title that long because we were gonna get Gunther versus Goldberg. We could have still had Gunther versus Goldberg, but not in a championship match. I think Bill is beating softer Gunther. Yeah, a lot of people said they see Goldberg beating, Gunther, but I said I kind of said this tonight. I said, what if WWE finally kind of go off the rails and go unscripted? Have Jimmy Uso beat Solo Sikoa tomorrow night. Have Bill Goldberg beat Gunther tomorrow night. I mean, you know how crazy that would be?
See, I think we got the title change tonight, in my opinion. I think there'll be no title change tomorrow. I think we got that title change today, which was the Wyatts winning the tag belts. I don't think we'll see one tomorrow. I think Goldberg Gunther will be. I genuinely think it'll be a 5-minute match. I think Goldberg will spear him like 2 or 3 times, and then I think Gunther will choke him out. And I genuinely think that's what will happen. I don't think it will go on long. And I think but they have to do it right. They can't have it being like if it's like a 20-25 minute match, then I'm worried.
And that's another thing too as well. I do remember that date. I'm not gonna lie. But you know the crazy part about it, we don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Julia. I love Julia's work in Japan all the way.
Yeah.
But Julia was not even on this show tonight, and she is the brand new
U.S. champ,
women's U.S. champion.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like I've said it for a few weeks. What was the point of making them belts? Honestly, what was the point of making that belt? Because they released women in their recent releases who I think would have fit in perfectly for a US title.
Mm-hmm.
And what I don't understand is instead of having the say we had Chelsea Green versus Meechin for about 500 years. It felt like we had that every day. Like I was going to sleep and seeing Meechin versus Chelsea Green. We were seeing it all the time. It was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Zelina versus Chelsea Green, and then Zelina versus, and then that was, and I feel bad for Zelina because no one really cares, and I feel quite sorry for her because nobody reacted when she was out in the crowd, like she came out.
They gave Zelina like the, here you go.
Yeah, I'll be like, and I felt bad for her because like you'd see the excitement in her face where she wants to come out and she wants to be a top face, but not the crowd just don't care.
No, they don't. Young Hunter, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Bloodline saga just does not end. So I think a whole lot of family members will be signing pretty soon. You got Yokozuna's son, you got Yokozuna's nephew, who's literally in the on the scene too as well.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's a lot of the Bloodline is gonna sign with WWE. They are.
Yeah, definitely. I have the prediction, Willie, so I've had this theory for a while. Where everyone said that they don't think The Rock knew what he was doing. I think The Rock knew what he's been doing. I think at SummerSlam, I think we are going to see the double turn. I think Cena will turn face, and I think Cody turns heel. And then I think at Mania next year, we're going to have Rock versus Cody at Mania next year.
Homelander Cody is in full effect all the way. I'm going to be honest with you. Homelander Cody is all the way in full effect. You cannot miss it one bit.
I don't want to see him as a face anymore because I think we've seen Cody as the face. You know, Cody beat Roman and he lost to Cena as the face. It's now time to do it. I think the problem is I don't want to repeat with Cena. We left it way too late with Cena turning Cena heel, and you can't turn someone heel with a year. You just can't do it in a year. It needs months of building, and I think we've got the formula with Cody.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I see Cody Rhodes turning heel at SummerSlam. And also too as well. I mean, we probably may even see a little bit of it next week too as well. You know, Cody's hair is getting darker. It is. If nobody's really paid attention, Rock washed up like Cena. Damn.
Man, The Rock making that Hollywood money. He could care less about what WWE got going on.
Dwayne works on Dwayne.
I want to know how much he's been paid to do films like 230. You know, for him to keep going back to Hollywood because his films are
a lot of money.
Oh, a lot of money. It's the Fast and Furious franchise all the way. I mean,
he's just gets paid. And do you know what annoys me as well? He doesn't need any more money. The guy is so rich. He could take a year off filming and just dedicate it to wrestling. He doesn't need to do filming anymore. He's so rich. Why would you need to keep doing it?
Because Hollywood comes before wrestling.
And Hollywood pays a little bit more than WWE.
Yeah, he may be on the board of TKO, but TKO do not pay Hollywood money. They don't have that amount.
But I do hope I don't agree with he's washed up because I think last year to think of it last year he was in a main event of WrestleMania Night 1 with Roman, and I think he held his own. For someone in their 50s to hold his own against 3 of the best performers in the company is pretty goddamn. I think that's impressive, to be honest.
The dude was stomping people out like this was the 2000s or the late 90s. I'm like,
he killed Cody
with an elbow.
Yeah. He killed Cody on Raw as well. Also, do you know what doesn't get spoke about, by the way? Last year, Cody was like, I'm hunting the bloodline. I didn't hunt. He got his ass beat by everyone. Every week. By the bloodline.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cody and the whole bloodline family. Yeah. Cody.
He stayed in the damn storyline with the bloodline.
He sure did.
Every minute you look up, bloodline.
If it wasn't with Roman, it was with Jay. If it wasn't with Jay, it's teaming up with Jimmy, and it's like
he with everybody. He was with every family member.
Everyone's gonna be so fed up with the Rock's inconsistency that he was. Yeah.
Man,
I don't
the
think
Rock
he'll ever
gotta
get
do is show up and just stand there
and
let him music.
Yeah, I agree. He's far too old. He'll never get booed. Come on, I mean, he is he's so popular. They didn't even boo him properly with Cody. Like they did at the start with the whole Cody feud. But if you remember, getting up to Mania, he was getting cheered when he came out on night 1. The crowd was favoring Roman and The Rock over Cody and Seth. If you remember,
yeah, they were.
I think it was just because of Roman.
And Cody made his traditional sad face in the ring again, like he made at WrestleMania 39.
Oh yeah, he cried. Just now.
Does cry a lot. Does Cody? I like Cody. I do like him, but it is funny seeing him cry every week. Something he cries about something. He finds something to cry about.
Cody crybabies, man.
Randy fed up with the bloodline too. Man, Randy done got out of that bloodline feud. It's not really a bloodline no more.
Yeah. I'm not happy with the whole I can't believe Randy Orton's and Jelly Roll. I can't believe that's a thing.
I want to know, where is Randy Orton's heel turn?
I think the problem is I don't think you can turn Randy heel anymore. I think we're past that because we've not got long left for Randy. He's so over.
No. We're not past
We
it.
passed it.
I think the crowd love him far too much. If I'm honest, they love him far too much.
Jeff Cobb went from credible to yes, Alan. yes, he did. and we were just talking about him.
Somebody said potato.
We basically said that Jeff Cobb should have just stayed in Japan and not came back to WWE. One of the biggest fumbles ever. I'm gonna be honest.
He been getting beat up every other week.
Everywhere you look up, Jeff Cobb is getting super kicked. If it ain't super kick, it's crossroads. If it ain't crossroads, it's speared.
It's just mad, isn't it? Because like you thought when they brought him in, they were gonna bring him in as somebody like it's gonna matter, like he's gonna matter, and he's just been getting beat. He just gets beat every week.
Sky want Roman to beat Seth with a weight belt.
Oh yeah,
like last year.
Yeah, like how Roman beat Cody and Seth with that weight belt. Him and The Rock in this case, literally beating them like they were some kids in this case.
I do worry about tomorrow though, because I do think if they bring Roman back, it's going to be a bit predictable how they do it. Because it is just going to be Seth coming down to cash in. Yeah.
It'd be the main event of LA Knight and Seth match. Because we know Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker going to play a role.
Yeah. Well, we already know what's going we already know what's going to happen tomorrow, don't we? Seth will come down. Braun Breaker and Bronson will come down, beat Goldberg and Gunther up. Seth will come down, and then Penta will come out. Because he comes out every week for some reason, and then probably LA Knight will, and then Roman will come out. And if Roman doesn't come out,
then Jay will come out. So yeah,
Dayton love. I'm telling you, Dayton, he loves his celebrity so much. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Wayne was in the Royal Rumble next year. In this case, it wouldn't even surprise me no more.
No.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe Drew McIntyre went from facing Seth at Mania, winning the belt, being in the biggest feud of last year, to being in a tag match at SummerSlam against Jelly Roll. How has that happened?
Oh, bad all the way.
That is the biggest downfall in wrestling. That is bigger than Goldust or Stardust. I don't care. Like that, I can't believe that's happened to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Biggest downfall.
I just can't believe it.
The man was fighting CM Punk over a friendship bracelet.
Yeah, he signed a contract with The Rock, and the picture looked. The Rock was like, big things are coming for this man. What big things? He's lost every feud since. He lost to Seth, he lost to Punk, he lost to Priest for some reason. I don't know why they made him lose to Damian Priest.
He lost to a lot of people. He lost to Damian Priest. Man, first it started on Mondays with Jay. He lost on Mondays with Jay and everybody else over there. Then he came to Fridays and started it up again. And he lost to Jimmy. From Jimmy, it went from Jimmy to Randy. From Randy to... The list was just going on for Drew.
Yeah, I saw somebody put on Twitter, and this did make me laugh, saying we've got 2012 CM Punk, we've got 2012 John Cena, but I didn't know we were going to have 2012 three-man band Drew McIntyre back.
Damn.
Which made me laugh.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. We would have never thought we had that for real. Young Huncho said, I think Braun Breaker turns heel on Seth Rollins.
So,
never say never. I'm going to be honest with you.
They need to find what they want to do with Braun Breaker. His character is just stupid.
He hear them dogs in his head.
Yo, if y'all gonna do that, y'all might as well. They pulling one out of Randy Orton book.
Imagine if Roman Q to come out and they show him running from Beyonce concert.
Oh, now that'd be funny.
I'm like, Roman, what you doing there?
At the Beyonce concert?
I just worry. Imagine if he just doesn't come back tomorrow at all. Just doesn't come back, and we've just. I'll be very worried if he does. I think he has to come back tomorrow because
he don't come back tomorrow. AEW wins this week.
Yeah, if he doesn't come back tomorrow, then it's SummerSlam.
He'll show up tomorrow because WWE really need those views.
Yeah,
I think he'll show up tomorrow.
I have a theory though that if Roman doesn't come back tomorrow, I think Paige is coming back on Sunday. I really do.
Oh yeah, Paige is coming back on Sunday all the way.
I do think Paige is coming back. I don't think AJ is. I know a lot of people want AJ back. I don't think she's going to come back.
Never say never with that, Kyle. It'd be crazy as hell if you hear AJ Lee music hit on Sunday at WWE Evolution.
To be fair, though, it is kind of I saw somebody put on Twitter, I don't know if you used to have seen it, somebody put on Twitter saying it's AEW versus AEW this weekend anyway, because obviously NXT is basically just AEW. Just everyone there seems to have wrestled for AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Again, also, I think a question to ask you, I don't know if you saw it, but did you see Daniel Bryan said in an interview that WWE tried to make him stop doing the yes?
They reached out to Daniel Bryan and told him, can you please stop doing the yes chants in AEW?
Yeah, but that's wild, isn't it? That is
That's some
wild.
crazy shit. Why
Like,
if
what?
he started it?
I do love that WWE literally stole half of AEW's roster last year, in the last year, and they're like, "Can you stop doing a champ, please?" That's what
Yeah.
offends us.
Mama coming back. Get back.
You're my favorite YouTubers that do live like this, man. Thank you so much. You know, we want to interact with all of you, you know, not just like, you know, everybody on here. That's what we want to do.
How long is Tama out? Cause Tell Loa sounds a hell of a lot better than Achillea. Alan, no it don't.
Tama Tonga gonna be out for a while. We don't even know what really went on with Tama Tonga.
Was it Mania? Tama Tonga got injured. It was, wasn't it, or just before Mania? I can't remember. I just remember him getting thrown
this
into
was
a
That was
car.
after. That was after.
This was after Mania.
I forgot. I just
It
remember
got
him getting
LA
thrown into a
Knight. That
car.
was feuding with LA Knight. LA
Yeah.
Knight slammed his shoulder through that door or something like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, the same thing happened with his brother in War
Yeah.
Games when CM Punk just go ahead and knocked it on out.
Yeah, they need to ban CM Punk using that blooming toolbox. Every time he uses that
he
box,
was beating Sonny Lower down with them
Yeah.
toolbox.
somebody dies when he uses that box. He blooming cut Drew McIntyre's head open with that box.
Mike said his toes. What's going on with your toes?
He said, "Cause you said you stand 10 toes down for Jay Uzi." He's like, "Oh my toes! Oh man, my toes!
10 toes down."
Do you know what was really stupid, by the way, and I don't think people talk about it enough, is that Gunther can't be. I don't think Triple H can book Gunther without a title. If I'm honest, I don't think they know what to do with him.
He don't. He don't one bit.
And nobody forgot about you, Mike.
No, he do not know how to book Gunther at all. Not even with a title or without a title, he still don't know how to book.
What was the purpose? Can somebody explain what was the purpose of him putting the title back on Gunther for a bullshit ass match for tomorrow?
Yeah, see,
you could have just kept the title on Jay.
I'm a huge fan of Gunther, and I do think Gunther is one of the best wrestlers. I think he's unbelievable. Every match he puts on is a good match. But
the old ring general can't put on a good match. I'm not going to tell you he can't put on a good match. He can.
So Seth can cash in anytime he wants.
Yep. I think they have to. I just hope they don't leave it with Seth because I don't like the cash in. You know, where someone holds the money in the bank for months and months. I prefer it when they just have it for a month or two. I really do. I like that. I like a short time with it.
Alan Storm, to be honest with you, I think that was somebody else in creative that made that decision.
To put the title on Solo. Get what? It's on Solo. Ain't gonna stay long on Solo.
Naomi. Oh, yeah. Cal, your thoughts on Naomi? Young Honcho just threw that out there.
Yeah, Naomi.
What about
proceed with caution?
Are you proceeding with caution, by the way?
I am. I really like Naomi.
Everybody like the character.
Fair play to her because she came back from TNA and I don't think she was pushed correctly, and I think her character as a face can only go so far.
Yeah.
And I think them turning the heel was amazing. And I also think what I think is going to happen. I think Jade will beat Tiffy at SummerSlam, and I think Naomi will cash in on Jade and win the belt.
And it's so heartbreaking as that is. I feel like that's actually going to happen too.
Yeah.
Imagine Booker T was on commentary at Evolution during the Battle Royal just to do his famous chant for Stephanie. I was like, "Oh, here we go, man."
I died.
He'll be asleep.
Booker T that's what I'm saying. He be going to sleep very well.
Will Evolution get more eyes than AEW? No, Mike. AEW. I feel like AEW is gonna kind of kill Evolution. On that end, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
Yeah.
WWE probably should have just had Saturday's night main event in Georgia this weekend, and just that would have been it.
Yeah, because Saturday night main event's gonna outdo AEW anyway. So I don't know why they've put the women's, because I think that's just disrespectful to the women as well. Because the women are being used as essentially just to flex WWE's power, essentially. Yeah. And it's wrong. I'll be honest, that's something I'm really upset about. I really don't like how they've used the women. Yeah, they deserved so much more time. I can't believe they've been given 2 weeks to build the PLE.
Yeah.
Will Chelsea beat PSG?
I don't know. Don't nobody know. Also, like, what are they doing with Chelsea Green now?
I miss Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is in
I don't.
AEW, young Huncho.
I don't miss neither one.
Yeah,
And
Willie, don't you mean Mercedes Hogan?
Yeah, that too as well.
That's her name, Mercedes Hogan. She has all the belts.
All them goddamn belts. Literally.
For what?
Do
Do
that
she even
picture?
defend them all?
Yes, she do.
She defend all of them.
It reminds me of that picture of Kurt Angle. Do you know when Kurt Angle had all the belts in Japan and in TNA as well?
Oh yeah, man. It gives you so much of old Kurt Angle vibes of when Kurt Angle won all the titles, and then they're doing it with Sasha Banks. They should have just have Roman steal the briefcase from Seth. It's never been done before, right? Roman took that briefcase. It'd been crazy.
Man, if Roman stole Seth's briefcase, you ain't hear the last of it.
Britt Baker to Evolution. I don't know about that, Mike. I don't know. There's been reports about her contract, but it'd be crazy.
It's not up, is it? I thought her contract still got a year left because of her injury.
Yeah.
Because they have obviously with the WWE, if you get injured, that eats your contract up and you'll go. It doesn't change your contract. Where obviously in AEW, if you get injured, your time off, you have to make it back. That was the problem with Ray Phoenix. Was obviously Ray Phoenix broke his arm, didn't he, or snapped his arm last year?
Yeah.
And they wanted them. WWE wanted him earlier, but they could because the plan was to have Penta and Ray at Phoenix at Mania, but obviously they couldn't do that because Phoenix came in much later through the year.
Yeah. See, OTC not coming along. No, he's not. He's not coming along. I think Lyra Valkyria is the one that's gonna be heel. I think Bayley is not gonna be playing as a heel. They said that they were gonna turn Bird Girl into a heel.
How you call the girl Bird Girl?
She is a bird.
It's a
Bird
very
girl.
That was that was so obvious that was what I don't like. I like the feud. I think it's been a good it's a good segment on Raw every week. I do enjoy it, but it was so predictable. When Becky came back at Mania, it was so obvious she took Bayley out. There was not a doubt in my mind that it was Becky that took Bayley out.
Yeah. Just so I didn't understand. Y'all won the tag team titles for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Lost them.
Well, it was less than 20. Oh, no, it was just over 24 hours, yeah. Just over 24 hours, and you have them lose the tag belt straight away.
That's what I'm saying.
Triple H is brutal when he does stuff like that. Like, imagine winning the tag belts for like Lyra. Lyra's won it with her idol, someone who she's been trained by. She's happy to have them belts, and then she loses it the next day.
That's crazy.
On Netflix as well, so her family are probably watching her lose the tag belts.
Well, hell, everybody had no problem with it because after Liv and Raquel won her back, everybody was cheering. So it's like it made no matters, man.
I think Mondays is not as good either, is because Liv is not there. You know, everybody can't come there to see Liv.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think the only good thing I do think is I think this is actually going to help the Judgment Day more with her not being there, because I think it allows Roxanne to become part of the group. Because I think with Liv there, we would have seen them feud quicker and maybe fall out easier. But Raquel can now actually grow with Roxanne. We might see Raquel become very close with Roxanne over the next few months.
Yeah.
Which I like. I'm all for. I can't lie. I'm all for.
Ain't nothing wrong with that one.
No, it's not.
But it may happen.
Oh yeah, her heel run is way more better than her babyface run from back in the day.
Yeah, Naomi is just her character has elevated so much. You love the laugh. You love everything she says towards the crowd. You love how she sneak attacks.
Absolutely.
This is by far the best character Naomi has ever had.
I think it's her best. I really do think it's her best ever. It's shown her in such a different light. But I also think she will win the belt. I think she will cash in on, because I think Jade, like I said, Jade's going to win. But I don't think Naomi will be champ for long. I think Jade will win it back, because I think they're going to go. I think next year is going to be the year of Jade Cargill. I really do.
Angelica said Naomi, proceed with caution, man. She is making it known. They little fight they had with Jade and Naomi, that could have went a little bit more better than what it did. Because it didn't really go as that.
To Mike answer your question, yeah, her that's still her move.
That move ain't changed.
No, that move has not changed at all. Between that and that submission that she just developed too as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think? Here's a question. Do you guys think what's called? Do you think we see Roman have a championship again, or do you think we won't see him as champion again?
Yeah, he will win the championship again. It'd be probably like I would say somewhere in between, probably after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I'll see him winning a title because I see Roman Reigns beating the hell out of Braun Breaker. I wouldn't say it's really no point of building up Braun Breaker if you're gonna feed him to Roman Reigns and have Roman Reigns drop him every Monday leading into SummerSlam.
Yeah. See, I think it's gonna be like that. I think they're gonna have like Roman beat them up a lot when he does come back. But I think Braun beats Roman. I do think they'll do that because of an interference. I don't think he'll beat him clean. I think it'll be because of Bronson or because of like Heyman, for example.
I don't know. I think Roman Reigns will actually beat Braun Breaker because Seth's so afraid of Roman. He's not gonna do anything in that match. He's not gonna get involved in it. He's gonna run away.
I think Seth would. I think Seth. If you notice, Seth always is there to ruin Roman's moments.
Yep.
Yeah, if you look at Roman's biggest moments,
always there to ruin his.
Yeah, like if you look at Roman's biggest moments, Seth's involved in some way. Yep. They're so linked together. Like they'll always be linked, no matter what. And I do like I like the fact that Seth. If you think of it though, Seth has took everything from Roman. Mm-hmm. When you think about in Roman's career, he took the Shield away from him. He took obviously ruined his first ever WrestleMania moment by taking the title off him at WrestleMania like 2015. Mm-hmm. He took his bloodline off him, and then was involved in him losing at Mania. And then he took his wise man, ruined him beat him at Mania, pinned him at Mania. Like, I just like the idea that Seth's always there to ruin Roman's biggest moments. I do like that.
In so many ways, it's like it's true, but it's like a cat and mouse for real.
Yeah. I agree. I never want to see them get back together though. Like, I don't think that needs, like, some people say that we should see like a little Shield reunion. I don't think we need to. That story's long gone. That's a long gone. That's a
Shield reunion.
It's long gone because let's be real, John Moxley's never coming back. He's made it pretty clear, and he never wants to come back to WWE.
Yeah, John Moxley kind of made it very clear he don't really see himself coming back to WWE. But a lot of people said, never say never. I mean, it's a new era. Triple H is in charge and other stuff like that. So
CM Punk said that.
Yeah, but no time soon. Not right now.
I don't think he'll ever come back, if I'm honest. I don't think they'll ever do it. His contract runs out in August or September, doesn't it? So,
something like that.
And I think, obviously, with the allegations made against Vince, and obviously the legal case, and Brock's involved in that, like, that's not a very good idea to bring him back during all this. And that's real. I don't think he's needed anymore. I think there's many guys who fill that Brock Lesnar sort of role. I think you've got Braun Breaker does that. Bronson Reed sort of does that in a way. And obviously you got Gunther as well. I don't think we need Brock Lesnar anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. I give you all that. You're right. Yep, I kind of I agree.
I also think as well, like, what would he be brought back for? Like, what, like the Roman's not here anymore, really. Seth, like, there's no feud for him anymore. The only feud would be Gunther, and Gunther would be like, it's just not. It's just they just wouldn't help the WWE's case to bring him back with all the all the controversy around Vince McMahon and obviously Brock Lesnar. It would just not be worth bringing him back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, I'm happy with like Braun Breaker taking that role. I think Braun Breaker's got huge potential, in my opinion.
He's got a lot of potential. He just has to learn more about this business for real. But he has the potential all the way.
Yeah, absolutely, and he really knows a lot of good guys and a lot of Like when you've got people like Undertaker backing you and helping you, you know you're gonna go far in the WWE.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't like again. I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys saw this. Yeah, because nobody mentioned it in the chat. Did you see the WWE 2K25 stuff around the Wyatts? I don't know if you saw that around Bray.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, Cal.
Yeah, look, I think that looks really cool, and it's really nice to see that they're still. I don't know if you knew this as well. Do you know all the money they make with anything to do with Bray goes to Bray's wife and Bray's children? I really like. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah. Dayton
Because
said, "What is your opinion on Goldberg saying that Braun Breaker should only be the owner of the spear going forward?"
Bullshit.
Uh,
well, everyone uses the spear now, don't we? Everybody uses
that. Everybody uses that now. Bullshit. Until his old ass said.
Jay and Jimmy use it. Roman uses
Man,
it.
Roman use it like it's nothing.
Roman.
If it gonna be that way, take it away from Roman.
Roman
Jay
spear.
use it.
Jimmy uses it. Everybody uses the spear. I think literally most people use it. Even John Cena's used it since coming back. He's used it twice, once or twice.
Everybody uses it, to be honest.
But I don't know what's cool, Willie. I don't know if you agree, but I really hope we see. I don't know if you agree, Adam Cole. I really want to see Adam Cole back in WWE.
Adam Cole. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like Adam Cole should have probably stayed in WWE. It would have been a little bit better for him to stay in WWE. I felt like there was more potential for him to be in WWE too as well. But I kind of felt like, you kind of felt like how the black and gold era was going to run out pretty soon, and you didn't really know what else you were going to have.
Yeah,
I believe losing Adam Cole was probably one of the hardest things for real, because Adam Cole got behind the crowd. Everybody knew who Adam Cole was, just like that.
And he's one of the best in the company as well. He's so good.
And so, having that, it's like, having Adam Cole, the Undisputed Era, that was really cool. That was a cool era for real. It really was.
I always say, I think that like the black and gold NXT 2014 to like 2021, I think that was better than pretty much the main roster for the half that time. I really think that's one of the best. That was amazing that time. Like Gargano versus Andrade. That was like such a good time for NXT.
Johnny Gargano versus Andrade, Aleister Black versus Andrade, NXT Takeover. One of the things I really don't like about this NXT, you don't hear any NXT Takeover. You don't hear no NXT this.
It's lost that sort of like I felt like NXT under like Triple H. It was like a rebellion sort of company, like a show. It wasn't like where I think NXT now is just like the call up to the main roster. NXT genuinely matched the main roster in quality. I think it was better than the main roster in quality. The matches were unbelievable.
Yeah. What is your take on the whole WWE and TNA crossover? Do you think we probably may end up seeing it probably on the main roster, or you think we may just keep seeing it on NXT?
See, as you know, I'm a huge TNA fan. Like back in the day, I'm TNA 2004, 2011, 2012 TNA. Oh, it cooked. But I don't kind of like it. I don't think this feud. I don't think it benefits TNA at all, because the NXT guys, unless you're a really hardcore fan who watches NXT every week, you're not gonna care that somebody from NXT has gone over to TNA or vice versa. TNA, there should be people like AJ Styles going back. I mean, that would help TNA so much. Or even like Lost Guards. Like, why aren't groups that are going to Mexico going to TNA? Like, TNA have got the hard side of it. I mean, they've lost the title to a WWE star. Like,
to Trick Williams.
Like, for me, I want to see AJ Styles back in TNA. I'd like to see Drew McIntyre have a go in TNA. I would like to see something like that. Like, build it properly. Like, come on, I think.
You got a point on that one, Cal. You do. I mean, Trick Williams winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship and kind of seeing it. But the crazy part about it is seeing so many like the Hardys, Joe Hendry, Santana, you know, First Class. I mean, so many of them, Masha Slamovich, too, as well. You know, seeing so much of that, having even Jordan Grace, even when she was part of TNA and then finally coming part of WWE, is still crazy, too, as well.
Absolutely. I also think as well, like, there's so many single guys, like, on the roster that aren't doing anything right now. Like, Andrade's never... I know he's just started the tag team with Rey Fenix, but other than that, he's not done anything since he's come back. He could have gone to TNA. You know, someone like him, somebody like, you know, who's not involved in matches, really. Somebody like, you know, Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne could have really done well on that sort of thing. Send them over, like, what's to lose, really?
I felt like with Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, I felt like I would love to just see them square off on NXT, probably with Charlie Dempsey, William Regal's son for the Cup, or anything else like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It is annoying seeing Pete Dunne not get the push, because like as somebody who watched NXT UK, Walter versus Pete Dunne is one of my favorite matches. It was so good. When they won the world title, won the UK title.
A lot of people kind of forget that Pete Dunne is literally that champion. The man held the NXT UK title for a very long time, right before Walter, aka Gunther, came into the picture for real.
It's like but it's mad because like I think with Gunther though we just forget Gunther's rich because he's been champion for like I saw the stat, it's like 82% of his career in WWE he's been champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy. Like he's been world champion, intercontinental champion, NXT champion, obviously NXT UK champ. Sorry, that was a long time to be champion.
Yeah,
like a long time. Like that's years built of just being champ.
It's so much potential. It's so much potential there for a little bit of everybody, man. It really is. There's so many superstars that really deserve so much. Opportunities. It don't matter if it is on the main roster, it is on NXT, or probably crossing the line to TNA. I mean,
absolutely.
It would just be fun. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Like we only got Joe Hendry at WrestleMania because Kevin Owens got injured. If Kevin Owens never got injured, we would never have seen Joe Hendry at Mania.
Well, you know the crazy part about this, I actually heard that it really wasn't even supposed to be Joe Hendry. We were actually supposed to have Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton face each other at WrestleMania 41 this year.
See, I watch a journalist called Tom Collier, and when it comes to anything Wyatt related, he's very reliable. Like he got Bray Wyatt's return back in 2022 spot on. He said that there was talk about Bo being there was talk in the company about Bo facing Randy at Mania, but Bo wasn't ready. He wasn't physically ready to come back after his injury. So, but even like, I don't think they would ever bring Jeff back. Unfortunately, I think he's just not seen as trust. I don't think they trust him enough to bring him back. Because how many times have we been down this with Jeff, where he gets brought back to WWE, and then he's suspended again for 100 days?
Like I said, man, he's 3 years sober, so you know, I kind of feel like now Jeff Hardy's kind of in that state of mind where, you know, he's more focused on wrestling. And not drugs and alcohol anymore. He's more happy to be in the ring now.
Like he said something which I thought was correct, and a lot of people went off crazy on Twitter and stuff. I think if he wasn't suspended in like 2009 time, he would have been the biggest guy in wrestling because he was probably the biggest face in wrestling at the time. He would have gone on to be one of the biggest people in wrestling. Like even in TNA, his run in TNA was pretty good. Like obviously he had that massive controversy against Sting. That Victory Road, which obviously that was crazy when that Sting match. I remember that in the UK we had to pay like something like £40, which is like 30 something, 50, like it was like $51 or something. For it. And I remember staying up till like 5, 6 in the morning to watch that Jeff Hardy Sting match. I was dead excited, and it ended in 5 minutes.
It was very squashable. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was so disappointing, and I was kind of like, oh damn, that's bad. Yeah. But yeah, Cal, man. Saturday night's main event. You know, tomorrow night there is so much. There's kind of so much. I see you, Angelica. You made a Jeff Hardy joke. But in this case, Saturday night's main event. There's so much to look forward to. You got WWE Evolution. Then you also have AEW All In. Too as well. There is so much professional wrestling going on this week. and concerts and baseball too as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much going on. I feel like WWE, they got their hands full this upcoming week. They do.
Yeah. Definitely. I think this is like a if they do say they smash AEW in the ratings this week, we're gonna see a very arrogant Triple H. Like we're gonna see a very arrogant WWE if they pretty much say they like Evolution does better than what's called an All In. We're gonna see like WWE are gonna be very cocky this week, like very arrogant.
Now, but if they don't do good, then you know Triple H how he gonna be that same little stupid voice. Oh well, you know we had to do this.
It was a pretty good week. You know, want to thank the city of Atlanta. Want to thank the Atlanta Commerce and everybody else for having us sponsoring WWE and other stuff like that.
I was going to ask you a question, Willie, as well. What do you think of John's? So obviously it's the last year of Cena. We had the heel turn in like February, which obviously none of us expected. What do you think of his heel run so far? Like, do you think it's lived up to expectations, or do you think it's not been that good?
Hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Matt Cardona. Hey, Nick Nemeth. I have to say, unscripted John Cena is probably one of the best things right now in WWE. I'm gonna be honest. John Cena's heel run is so. It's that's her opinion. In this case, that's her opinion.
You need to go back to Hollywood. Because he already been in Hollywood. He needs to do something else because saying the same thing over and over and over again every other week is the same voice.
The last real champ. I'm gonna be honest. The man made it very clear. This is the last real champion. I'm kind of enjoying Cena's last run because it's so funny and it's like it's so unscripted because it's like he's saying stuff that he's been wanting to say for the longest but never got a chance to.
Yeah.
And hear him kind of copy off of CM Punk and do the speaking of it. Hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Matt Cardona. Hey, Nick Nemeth. It's like, it's really cool.
Definitely.
But like I said, you know, it's John Cena, man. You know, Hollywood comes first. You know, WWE comes second. You know, Hollywood star first, WWE superstar second.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of enjoying it. I really am.
I do get it. I think it's got better. Obviously, the problem was there was no plan. So, The Rock wanted Cody to turn heel. It never happened. So, it was Cena fell second. And there was no plan up until about May-ish, June. But I'm enjoying it now. I think it's been fun. His feud with CM Punk, that match was hilarious. You know, his promos have been funny as hell. Like, even his promos when he went, like, in January were funny. Like, when he came up on Netflix and said he was breaking up with us all. Sorry, in February, March. Sorry, when he said he was breaking up with us all on the European tour. That was funny.
Oh, yeah, abusive relationship. Yeah,
he is funny.
An abusive relationship with all of them.
What must be awkward, though, for John Cena is the fact that Nikki Bella's back.
I don't really think anybody even care about Nikki Bella for real.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her. It's not gone the way they thought. They thought it was gonna go. Like they thought they were gonna get everyone was gonna care. No, not one person cares. More people care about Trish. She's only been back a week.
As crazy as it is, I don't think anybody really cares about Nikki Bella even showing up for her.
No,
they really don't.
I think it's over. You know what I mean? Her time in wrestling's over, and she's not. Like, it's been over for a long time. And then they at Mania, at Rumble, they all like made us think maybe like some like AJ or we were getting a big return, and it was just Nikki Bella, and the crowd went mild. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Dayton. Every time they ask him questions at these press conferences, all you hear is, "Well, you know, there's more to come. You know, there's such and such. Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, big star in the making.
Big star.
Jay Uso, great performance, like always.
We value them a lot. Is one of his sayings.
I do not want Cena to leave the title because if anyone deserves it, it's him because of how long he's given WWE. Yeah, I mean, if John Cena retires with that championship, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, wow. he
I don't
really
think he
said,
will.
I'm like, he really did say he was going to do it. I'm like, holy
I
shit.
think he has to, like, I think we're seeing him now though. He's starting to break a little bit, and he, like, you saw him the other day with as when he's like walking out the arena, he's starting to smile now because the crowd are cheering him. So because the crowd can't boo him, like we all tried booing him when it was with Cody. It's just you just can't boo him.
Yeah, because you're hearing, thank you, Cena.
Yeah, it's just hard to boo him.
And every time he leaves, you just see that John Cena smirk, like.
Yeah, that's it. I do think we'll see. Like, if you think of it, like, I think they are teasing him turning face again because every week, every match, like for example, he didn't hit Punk with the title. Where 3 months ago he would have done that. So
Then also with Seth Rollins too as well, he put an end to Seth Rollins' whole cash in. Like, what are you doing?
Him pushing Charles Robinson was so funny. But that's the funniest moment of the year. That was incredible. How far he threw. He pushed that man like he owed him money.
And Charles Robinson is still moving right now to this day, especially in the match tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know how he went so far. Like, why is John Cena hasn't pushed anyone that far like that? Why did he throw him across the arena? Like, during the old WWE games where the game would glitch and you'd end up with the crowd. That's what it reminded me. It was as if he threw Charles Robinson into the crowd.
Lil Nate will forever be remembered as the man that just takes so many bumps, and you wondered, like, how the hell is he still alive?
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for when Roman comes back because there's about 10 ref bumps in Roman matches for some reason. The poor refs just get attacked during Roman's matches.
Oh yeah, man, that used to be funny. But man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's about 11:17. We didn't went over that 1 hour mark right now at the moment. But man, Cal, first time ever you didn't came up in here for the first time. Y'all give it up for Cal. This was his first time coming in here. This was dope coming in here talking to you, man. Really hope that you run this back and probably want to do this again tomorrow with us.
Yeah, definitely.
After Saturday night's main event too as well. And some of you out there too as well. If we are ready to talk to you guys. I understand I'm talking to you guys in the chat, but come on camera. We will love to talk to everybody tomorrow night if you are able. Cena should be Peacemaker and WWE. He can't get sued because it's his character. As wild as it is, it's actually true.
Yeah.
He cannot get sued.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for having me on. I've enjoyed
Most definitely, Cal. We love you, man. Be safe. And like I said, we will talk to you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man. So, yep.
Bye. All right. You guys have a good night. Oh. All right, then, you guys. Man, we finna get on and get off of here. You guys have a good night. It was good being on here with Kyle. It was good looking at all you guys comments, seeing what you guys been posting. We'll be adding more people in here tomorrow after Saturday's night main event. So you guys get in here while you can because we want to talk to a little bit of any and all of you guys. So you guys have a good night. You guys be safe. Kyle, you have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Get ready for the show. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Peace.
Yep.